Salutations, everyone. This is Razor going over Pound 6 on the Melee side of things. Now, this was a very expected result when you compare it to how Smash 4 turned out. Hungrybox wins his fourth major in a row without dropping a set. Only dropped one game throughout the entire tournament, and that was in Grand Finals against Mango on the counterpick to Yoshi's Story. And it was just a dominant performance by Hungrybox. He was everything about this tournament. He made that 9-stuck comeback in the crew battle among mains. The Jigglypuffs going up against the Falcos. That was pretty hype. He won doubles with Plup against SFAT and Pew Pew U. And he won singles, just as he does in normal fashion. And then, of course, we have Mango, once again the bridesmaid. And then we have Hax making his surprise return, but it wasn't really his return. But we haven't seen him in a while, and he places a solid third there. And in fourth and fifth, we have two big surprises in some Sheik mains, Swedish Delight and Ladandis. And then we have Plup with a solid fifth place finish as well. And then S2J, the always consistent S2J. Then Cobol with the other 7th place finish. And then in 9th place, we had Infinite Numbers playing his very first major. And he places 9th, beating out veterans like Wizrobe and Nintendude, Amsa, Pew Pew U, Chudat, Axe, Westballs. Westballs finished 33rd too. This was a hell of a whoa for Westballs. I mean, not only does he lose against Hungrybox in the crew battles, but he gets ousted out of top 25 finish. So that was a huge surprise, especially with the momentum that he had, building up this entire year. A very big step back for him. Also, we have Axe finishing in 25th place. So that was another surprise as well. And then we have Amsa, which we haven't seen in a while. He gets a 13th place. We also got to see the fight between Japanese Amsa and Dutch Amsa, and Dutch Amsa won there with the Sheik. That was cool to see. And it was an interesting tournament, very fun. A few upsets. So let's look at about how the players got to where they were. Hungrybox, of course, running through winners, didn't drop a game. 2-0 Wizrobe and the 3-0 Infinite Numbers, Swedish Delight, and Hax, and then taking out Mango and Grands with a commanding 3-1. He did lose on the counterpick to Yoshi's Story, but then he wins back again on his counterpick, and then they go to Pokemon Stadium and he finishes it out. To me, I feel like Fox is losing this Pokemon Stadium counterpick, not just up against Hungrybox's Jigglypuff, which is, the only one that really matters in tournaments. But it doesn't seem to be the counterpick that it once was. Not to say it's not a counterpick, but with that low ceiling, sure, it definitely happens with those up throw, up air strings. But Hungrybox has really done increasingly better on that counterpick against Foxes on Pokemon Stadium, especially so against Mango, not so much, say, against Armada. But it was a very nice, clean tournament throughout for Hungrybox. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't supremely dominant. It was just clean, safe, hard punishes on Hungrybox. We got a lot of people misDIing the up throws, such as Mango. Mango, even though he had a 2nd place, he had a lot of sloppy play, especially in the match against Hax, where he lost when he elected to go with the Marth, which was a very interesting, rocking the PPMD tag. And then we saw S2J rocking the PPMD tag as well in his fight against Ladandis, which he lost 3-2. So that was weird. Mango has a history of doing this against Hax. I don't know what the exact reasoning is for it, but there have been tournaments before where Mango isn't going Fox or Falco, and he's going a completely different character, disrespecting Hax. I don't know what the story is behind it. I don't think many people do. But he elected to go with the Marth, and there was some really sloppy play on both sides. That was the sloppiest set that I thought we saw within top 16. They were both missing true combos out of up throws. But Mango did some cool stuff with Dolphin Slash. That was nice to see, finishing some stocks off with that. But ultimately, making way too many flubs, and Hacks capitalized on that and sent them to losers with that set winning 3-2. But then Mango makes that run back. He beats Coldball 2-0, beats S2J 3-2 after being down 0-2. That was like the biggest uproar within the venue volume-wise. I felt before winners or grand finals was S2J going up 2-0 against Mango, and then Mango making that comeback, winning the next three. And then Mango loses to Hacks 3-2 when he goes with the Marth for who knows what reason. Then he beats Plup solidly 3-0. Then he beats Swedish Delight, very close set, 3-2. And then he goes back to the Fox Ditto against Hacks and wins it very, very easily, 3-0. And then goes on to lose to Hungrybox 3-1 in Grand. So we take a look about Hacks and what this, mini comeback, how it started, going up 2-1 against SFAT, and then he beats Nintendo 3-0, beating Mango, of course, 3-2, and then he loses to Hungrybox and Mango 3-0 and 3-0. And then we got Swedish Delight, this big Sheik surprise, along with Ladandis. He beat Ladandis both times, double eliminated him, 2-0'd and then 3-0'd him. He beats Professor Pro on a close set 3-2. Then he loses to Hungrybox, and he lost to Mango 3-2. So that was a pretty legitimate fight. We also have Ladandis, another surprise Sheik, finishing 5th. Infinite Numbers finishing 9th. This Ice Climbers that no one has ever seen before, and he's able to place 9th in a major like this, which was quite impressive. This is the year of the Ice Climbers, folks. This is the year of Ices, because we've seen a lot of Ice Climbers, both new and old, just do things that we didn't see in the last couple of years competitively. We have Ice Climbers, Chudat's Ice Climbers take out Axe. That's how Axe went out fairly early. Then Tendude beat Plup. So that's how Plup, managed to get the 5th place after being sent to losers a little early there. But still a solid result for Plup. What we have expected. Him and West Balls were kind of like the guys who we saw were getting increasingly better as the year has gone on. But with West Balls getting that huge setback, finishing and having to settle for 33rd, but Plup with a nice 5th place. And then in doubles, Hungrybox and Plup won first, beating Pew Pew and SFAT. So it was a nice tournament. Not too many surprises, but it just goes to show that Ice Climbers is definitely a thing that people have to once again worry about, or continue to increasingly worry about, because Ice Climbers, both new and old, are getting better, and they're taking sets to send people to losers when they weren't used to. And not everybody is maining Fox, which wins that matchup. Not everybody has a Peach backup, and even those that do, like Mewtwo King, just for the counter pick, can't get those matchups. Also, sometimes a Fox will lose against someone like Infinite Numbers here, just coming out of absolute nowhere. But we didn't have somebody like Wobbles to really make waves, but we did see DJ and Tendude and Infinite Numbers make some waves there with their finishes and their placements. So it was another resounding victory for Liquid's own Hungrybox, only dropping 1 game. Mango fairly sloppy throughout the tournament, but some of that is just Mango being Mango, and not taking things super seriously, or making some flubs and SDing, or coming up short on a wrong recovery mangle or what have you. But still, very decent showing. We got see a lot of really good sets out of Mango, and then getting to see Hacks again was really cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound like we'll be seeing much more of Hacks very soon, but hopefully he does get a little bit better, and we can get to see a little bit more of gameplay that he showed us there in Pound 6. So it's going to be very interesting to see how things go for Summit, who's going to be there, and who Ice Climbers is going to take out next, as well as, if we're going to get any more big surprises like Infinite Numbers or Ladandis or Swedish Delight. It's very, very fun and interesting to look out for.